feel like I've been on this journey my whole life because it started with my name, Talitha Cumi, which literally means little girl wake up. And I can't say it's been easy. There's been a lot of bumps and bruises along the way, but I believe life is all in your decision making. The I Am Talitha Cumi show is a combination of things that I love to talk about, and I want to enlighten you, encourage you, and inspire you to be the best you can be with some help from me and my guests. Let's talk about it.
What's poppin', buddy? See, I got the leftovers from Auntie. Let's go and crack these damn leftovers and make it good. It's a rib slider.
And we are live here at the Botham Jean Foundation Gala event, you guys. Did you know that the real New Year is not on January 1st? It's on March 20th. So the real New Year's Eve is March 19th, with New Year's Day being March 20th. So you guys don't worry if you haven't kept up your New Year's resolutions, because you still have a little bit of time. So is there anything that I left?
No, other than my name is pronounced Georgianae.
Georgia, I was pronouncing that all wrong. Georgianae. My bad. I hate when people pronounce my name wrong too.
Happy Kuma.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Talitha Cumi, and I want to welcome you to the I Am Talitha Cumi show on the Food for the Soul Media Group Network. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, you can catch us here every Friday night at 7:30 p.m. on our Food for the Soul YouTube station and our Food for the Soul Media Group FB page. And also you can check out our re-air audio shows on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. Shout out to Quan with Gorilla Cross Media on the ones and twos, keeping us looking and sounding right. Shout out to my baby in the chat room right now. And also, my girl Solid Truth is in the chat room, so you guys want to hit her up. Our disclaimer, as always, these are our opinions, not fact, just our opinions. And some of the opinions of our guests are not always the opinions of the I Am Talitha Cumi show, Food for the Soul Media Group, or Gorilla Cross Media. And if you're tuning in on Facebook right now, you guys, please follow us, like our page, and share it. And if you're watching us live on our Food for the Soul Media Group YouTube station right now, hit that subscribe button for me. And then also go to our Instagram and follow us at Food for the Soul Media Group, and I am Talitha_Cumi. Also, we're looking for sponsors and donors, you guys, to help keep our show a priority in bringing you great news, good discussions, and great guests. And we need you. So if you're looking to be a guest or promote your business with us, go to foodforthesoulpresents@gmail.com or inbox us today. Our show tonight has been sponsored in part by Legal Shield. Need a lawyer, but don't think you can afford it? Contact Terry Harrison, your friendly Legal Shield independent associate, via email at iamterryharrison@gmail.com. Check out her website at www.terryharrison.wearelegalshield.com, or give her a call at 660-525-7737. Last week we had a special Fifth Friday with our new segment that will be hosted by my baby Big Bobby B, called The Pot, and we were closing out our theme, redoing the redo, and we had special guests Pastor Kelsey West and Zakia Salam. So shout out to you guys. But this month it is all about words versus actions, and our topic today is what goes around comes around. And what better guest to have than to have three awesome spoken word artists talking about some stuff in this month of National Poetry Month, you guys. So I want to introduce them and get started because I have a lot of juicy questions that I want to talk about. MVP Speaks was born Victoria Porter in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. She began writing poetry at a young age, mostly in the secret pages of her diary. Facing some adverse life experiences at a young age, MVP spent a lot of time writing about her sadness and challenges. While raising her 4 sons, she got her first taste of live spoken word performances in 2011. Poetry Unplugged, a renowned Milwaukee poetry set, now 20 years running. So that's where she got her first start. And that gave her her first hit, and she was hooked. From that moment on, MVP took on many stages as she could, reciting poems from her notebook. In 2015, she lost her 9-to-5 job, a family advocate at a well-known Head Start program, and decided to let that be a loss. And she committed to becoming a successful speaker and artist. After moving to Las Vegas, MVP has made herself well-known in the poetry and comedy community. Taking on new talents such as comedy and music, MVP really has blossomed and healed. Creator of the famous Beat-inspired inspirational messages, you can always find her with her yellow bag or glass jar, handing out inspirational messages to everyone who will receive them. She has hosted many events and performed at venues all across Vegas, private and public events, and she is also a fellow podcaster with her own show on Hot 702.5 FM. She says she would love to erase the starving artist mentality and live abundantly through her gifts. Performing, recording, and being recognized for her messaging will continue to be her goal. Inspiring people's lives is her most joy. Welcome to the show, MVP.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
DK Gray, a captivating spoken word artist whose journey with the written word commenced at a mere 5 years old. Having been published 3 times with the inaugural recognition at the age of 14, DK Gray's verses resonate with a depth that transcends time and experience. His performances have graced stages across Arizona, Utah, and the vibrant expanse of Las Vegas, leaving an indelible mark on every audience he encounters. As the cultivator of the movement, Stay Hungry and Humble, DK Gray's artistry extends beyond words, embodying a philosophy that speaks to the essence of continuous growth, hunger for success, and unwavering humility. Having showcased his talents at illustrious events such as the Ghost Poetry Show, Voices in Power, and the renowned Spotlight Poetry, DK Gray stands as a 10-time plus slam champion, effortlessly weaving words into a tapestry that captivates hearts and garners accolades. Say that really, really fast. I bet you can. Welcome to the show, DK. And
It's me.
the Falcon, and is that pronounced Heru? 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 Okay. Raised in the northeast of the U.S., New Jersey to be exact, Newark to be even more specific, the Falcon spent his summers in North Carolina. He graduated with an associate's and 2 bachelor's degrees from Rutgers University and created several businesses, mostly community-based endeavors, rites of passages program, and a tour guide business. He's worked with at-risk youth, special needs students, and is currently working in the public schools of Las Vegas, Clark County. He hosted several open mic events around town and has traveled internationally from Africa, South America, Asia, to the Caribbean and Europe. He is a husband, son, brother, uncle, and friend to most. Welcome to Falcon. Can I call you Falcon?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes,
cool,
yes,
cool,
yes.
cool, cool.
Thank you,
All right.
thank you.
And I know you guys, I always ask people when they're hearing their bios and their body of work, how does that make y'all feel, man? Do y'all feel good about that?
Heck yeah.
Is it humbling, or is it like I
Heaven,
did
yeah.
that, you know?
Heaven, yeah.
Yeah.
Heaven, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Cool.
It's a little surreal.
So I want to get into the show, and we're just talking about some stuff, and then each of you guys are gonna perform for me, so I cannot wait to see that. And my questions are real random, but I just wanted to talk about some things that are going on, some trending topics, and you guys can jump in, not jump in, whatever you guys think. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Healing Arts Law. And I don't know if you guys have heard of this law. Like, I didn't even know that it was a thing. Do any of you guys know about the? Okay. So the healing arts are creative practices that promote healing, wellness, coping, and personal change. Traditionally, the healing arts include music, art, dance movement, poetry writing, and drama therapies. And it also says that in any system, treatment, operation, diagnosis, prescription, or practice for the diagnosis, cure, relief, palliation, adjustment or correction of any human disease. So this is kind of, I guess, what they're using if these illnesses occur or something like that to heal. And so I wanted to ask you guys, you said you haven't heard of it before, but when you heard the definition, what do you think that means to the world, having that type of power to be able to do that, to help with diseases and illnesses now, especially since you guys are in that space of poetry and writing and all that other kind of stuff? Any of you guys can answer.
Go ahead.
Thanks. I'm a fan. I believe healing arts is real.
Okay.
I believe what we do, we do for several reasons. Several reasons, but one of the reasons is for our own personal healing along our journey, and then to share that with others. Mm-hmm. And I believe there's healing in music, there's healing in sound, there's healing in just hearing words that empower you and inspire you. So I think that's accurate.
What about you, Falcon?
When I hear it, I think that, first of all, I don't even know why there needs to be a law.
Yeah, I don't know what the law part was.
It was actually a law in Nevada, so I'm assuming maybe it's a law to, because I was trying to research it more, but it's a law to allow practitioners that have this type of healing to be able to actually do it.
Okay, gotcha.
Again, I still don't understand why there's a law surrounding this thing, because as far as I'm concerned, and as long as I've been dealing with arts and things like that, it's always been healing. It's always been a modality for upliftment in every from time immortal to now. So I don't know why the laws that the laws that be try to grab hold of everything and say, okay, we now deem this worthy, and I find that
we've been worthy.
Exactly. It's been worthy. I find that ridiculous.
And that's what my question is then, DK, if you can answer. So I'm wondering if it's in place of maybe medication or in place of, anxiety pills or something like that they're prescribing, hey, go to this healing arts practitioner that's going to help you deal with this. And I'm not going to prescribe any medicine to you. Go here. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering if that's it. I don't really know. So maybe Sally can look that up and help us out. I don't know.
I'm not going to say nothing because I don't want to lie on that end. But I do know, that it is, arts in general have always been healing.
Okay.
We can take that back to the old days.
Mm-hmm.
Not the old days.
The old days. Back in Falcon's day.
Okay. That part.
But yeah, no, for real. It's I've had people come up and say that something that I said was healing for them. Like, I've had people come up crying and saying that I spoke to something that they were thinking. I've had someone say that I said something that they were thinking, they just didn't know how to say, and like that helped them. So and I've also experienced growing up as a theater kid. I've experienced people being at shows and like having that healing moment, watching a stage play, watching a dancer do her thing. So I believe arts in general are healing. As far as this particular
law,
practitioners and law thing is concerned, I'm not too keen on the details of that, but I do know that arts has the ability to be for healing for sure.
Well, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm like all day I was like, what the heck does the law say? And when you're reading the law on some of the pages, it's just
it's a lot.
It's jibber jabber, and I'm like, what are they really saying? I need somebody to break it down for me. But I just wanted to hit on it because I know that this is what you guys do, and I'm hoping that whatever this law is, that it is helpful to people to be able to say, hey, I might want to try some music therapy. I don't give me this medication right now. Let me go here and see if this works for me. So I'm hoping that that's kind of where it's going, because I feel like you guys are absolutely necessary, because I believe in that too, as far as the healing from all aspects of anything that has to do with art.
And people need options.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely.
Definitely.
They need options.
Instead of just pill pushing.
Yes.
Like, here, try this.
Yes.
Would you get a discount on a show like you get a discount on like medicine?
Maybe so.
Absolutely.
Like, hey, go
Your
to this
prescription card.
go to this
Yeah,
power
Get the- with
poetry.
the-
healing.
Yeah,
I got my music card right here.
Yeah,
I need
healing arts
that
to
part.
get in real quick. Let me get in before for the low.
Hold
Right.
this. Yeah. This is my discount.
That's actually
My discount.
that's a pretty dope idea.
that would be dope. I'm
Because
like, for
There's
real.
a lot of people who don't go to events. Maybe they don't have the finances,
Yes.
or they're
Right,
strapped for
right.
cash. So
Yes.
if they knew, I can still go get my healing at a lower price.
Let me go get
Yeah.
this sound back for the low.
I
Right,
like that.
right.
Yeah, let's
Right.
let's
work on
present
that.
let's present that. DK. Well, my next question, it's a lot. I found this article and I wanted to talk about it. It's actually about the drug epidemic. So a bill was signed into law by President Joe Biden requiring the Commissioner of U.S. Customs and Border Protection to review field operation policies and handbooks every 3 years in an attempt to restrict drug smuggling at the southern United States border. The Nevada Department of Health and Human Services reported that as of December 2023, 962 people have died from substance poisoning, with 615 of them being in Clark County. So the most recent data, what they're saying is that most of the people who died, 82% of them, was involving at least one opioid. And most of them were illegally made fentanyls, was the opioid. So my question is, do you really think that we will be able to stop this crisis? Why or why not? And I want to throw marijuana in the mix. I want to throw, why do you believe the government has now legalized it when people been catching cases for it like for years, but now they're legalizing it, but they're saying that they're trying to work on the opioid, fentanyl, whatever. So I see from the corner, I see Falcon just turned all the way around towards me. So hey, do it.
He got ready.
What you got? What you got?
Listen, again, this is my opinion. This is not the opinion of
Right.
the Talitha show.
Yeah, thank you.
But
Yeah.
again, the government has to control everything.
Okay.
And as long as they are in control of it, they will push it in the way that they see suitable.
Okay.
Again, when they're pushing these particular drugs through the pharmaceutical companies, it's okay until it gets out of hand. When they're pushing, again, marijuana for years, people have been saying has been a healing tool.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they can control it, it's okay.
Okay.
So,
Right.
I mean, it's just, they're recycling these same plays, and I don't care who did it, whether it was Biden, whether it was Bill Clinton or Obama or whoever.
Ronald Reagan.
They're just
Okay.
recycling the same.
Yeah, talk about
You
Reagan
know.
now.
Okay.
Situation.
Reaganomics.
So so you're saying as long as they can control it,
As long as
that's
they can
why
control it.
That's why they're trying to do it.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
Exactly.
It was they had to get their hands on it. Because God forbid the people have the power.
Okay. Okay.
Money talk. And a little before, when it was illegal, there's a lot of money being cycled through the community, and once you see how much money it actually is, and it's like, we might need a little bit of that.
We might need a
You
little
That
can't-
part
you-
too.
We can't
yeah.
tax it.
Yeah,
We can't tax it.
We're not gonna get too deep, but
Okay.
you can't do nothing without having to pay Uncle Sam. So
Okay.
let's y'all want that? Fine, take it, but pay me for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
So
I don't, to answer your original question,
yeah.
I don't think you can stop it. You can try to control it. You can try and put a box around it, but people are always gonna find a way.
Yes, they will.
Through different types of ingenuity.
Okay.
And that's just like the culture and the way that we've been raised. Like you find a way, and I'm not saying every way that you find is the best way,
Yeah.
but a way is a way.
Nobody more resourceful than a drug addict.
Man.
It's not funny, but it's
yeah.
funny. Like they're very resourceful. They're gonna
Yeah,
find a
it's-
way. If they want it, they're gonna go get it.
And I can get with that. So basically, we're not gonna stop it. Basically, they're trying really hard, but
And they're
Are they
trying, but
trying?
are they really?
I was just about to say,
No,
are they
I was
really
gonna say-
trying? I was about to just say that. You took the words right out of
Right.
my
Are
mouth.
they really trying?
Because it's the other issues that are causing the need.
Yes, that's
it's
the
a-
fact, right?
yeah,
Talk
it's
about
other
that.
issues
Why
that
people are even
in the community, in the society.
Because you're working, yeah.
Yeah, that cause people to feel so stressed, so
That
hurt, so low that they need some outlet.
Okay.
You know, and as long as that need there, that it stays in this particular community, it's going to continue. So because we're not fixing those, yes,
we're not going to the issues.
Exactly.
They're going to continue to be people who are like, I need something.
Exactly.
Give me something. Because I need to get rid of this pain, this fear, this anxiety, whatever it is. I don't want to feel, give me this. And then it's going to create more, possibly more illnesses or more death. And we're just talking about the fentanyl, the opioid part of it, not the marijuana. Because I don't believe marijuana kills anyone. Do you guys know of anybody who died from marijuana?
Not directly.
No.
Okay.
I was thinking about that earlier today. I was thinking about how they would say marijuana is the gateway drug. And I was thinking about all the times I ever smoked it. I never smoked and was like, oh, I'm going to go do some crack right now.
Yeah.
I never... You just
She said literally that.
I think it's just a scare tactic for for kids and stuff like that, and then possibly
There had me
That's
terrified.
Yeah.
Hold on, but I'm gonna go here when we
Okay.
talk about marijuana.
Okay.
Now, my issue with marijuana is the smoke.
Yes.
Smoke, the inhalation of smoke into your lungs is a problem.
Okay.
Regardless, I get it.
Whether it's marijuana, tobacco, whatever. Okay.
Yes, the way that it's the constant inhaling. Now, if it was done periodically, again, ritualistically, or like every now and again, it's different. But that constant every day pumping the smoke into your lungs directly is a problem.
Okay.
And that for me is why I can't, get with it.
Okay. And hey, and that is absolutely fair, you guys. So I want to know who's up next, and which one of you guys want to go ahead and grace the mic first?
I'll go first since I'm the
okay.
Senior?
I'm the senior.
OG. Okay.
Go ahead, OG.
Coming for him hard.
I'm sorry.
Today.
No, because he was talking so much on Monday.
Because I beat you in basketball.
Oh, okay.
Oh man! Come on, young buck.
It was raining.
Did you win?
It was raining.
It was raining.
You had a lot of variables going on.
It was a lot of variables.
Okay.
My shoes wasn't right. You know what I mean?
It was wet.
It was cold that night.
It was cold that night.
Excuses.
So you guys,
these ain't excuses. These is reasons.
after this short commercial break, we will be right back with the Falcon.
People regularly choose to go without legal help simply because they believe they can't afford to protect their rights. Having a law firm in your corner isn't just a good idea, it's a necessity in certain situations. No one thinks about legal services during the happy, fun, exciting times, but we all encounter specific events in life that get complicated and messy. Legal Shield is available to help you navigate the legal matters that follow any stage of life, including getting married, financial decisions such as purchasing a home, family additions, living with teenagers, and end-of-life planning. Legal Shield helps you navigate through all of the legal stuff that life throws at you by giving you easy, affordable access to an entire law firm. The days of only getting as much justice as you can afford are over. Legal Shield is changing how people access legal help by putting experienced attorneys on your side for one low monthly fee. There's an easier, more affordable way to protect your life and your rights. Legal Shield. Rest easy knowing your legal rights are protected. Legal Shield has you covered for life's biggest occasions by addressing your legal needs at every stage of life.
And coming to the mic is the Falcon.
This is for the wonderful people ordering food online. You lazy. But I'm thankful for your business every time. See, we are no longer mandated to stay inside but you want to save your gas and your energy to burn out mines. It's on my time with your dime. We breaking bread so fine. I get it. I'm with it. But there's a few things you got to sit with. First, if you live in a gated community and need privacy and security and you didn't leave the gate code in the app, I left your food at the gate and that's a wrap. I don't have time to wait as I contemplate the tailgate sneaking in like I'm dishing a line to sit on Santa's lap. Miss me with that. Put the gate code in the app. Next, if you had a little longer wait, there's no reason to be irate or upset. Don't question or debate why your food is a little cold or out of shape. I might have been in that long drive-through line or stuck behind your gate. I might have been in traffic. The GPS could have went spastic. The numbers on your apartment complex are fucked up and erratic. They don't follow the number line. And because you pinned your location doesn't make it automatic. But now you mad. Have at it. Now, if you found the tape on your food a little unsealed, call me Mike Tyson to your Holyfield to keep it real. I took a few of the fries from your Happy Meal. It was smelling like sex appeal. I was hungry for real. And since I'm keeping it real, your Ring camera isn't a deterrent. I still throw your shit down on purpose. I'll just help another driver get some cash on surplus. Wait. And if you order groceries because you just reloaded your Snap, you need to be kicked in the back. You live on the second or third floor, and you see me because I see you peeking out that window by your door, and you don't help me with your shit? I'm leaving it on the first floor. Fuck your tips, your rating, and your score. I ain't carrying 20 bags of groceries and 5 cases of water up those steps by myself no more. Now, for you sexy ladies coming to the door with your nightgowns partially open, body glistening and glowing, what can I say? Thanks for the showing. But if you're out of your mind with lots of time and you see my picture and think you can offer me spiked lemonade for the great date escape, stop it. I'm not your score, your delivery whore, or escort boy. I've got standards, so take your Uber Eats, because I won't be fulfilling your late night treats. Now finally, to you drive-through food and grocery workers, I'm not a customer. I'm an independent contractor, a business partner to your company, and you are the minimum wage sharecropping flunky. So when I come through, you need to act like I'm paying you, because I got ratings on you too. Unprofessional ass, slow ass, long wait looking ass, grumpy smurf. Get a job you like or learn to like yourself. Don't make me late because you hate yourself. I'm still 5 stars and platinum on my delivery rates. See, God don't make no mistakes. Be careful when ordering online. Boom.
Snap it up.
Snap it
I like
up.
that photo.
Snap it up. Snap it up. Snap it up. Yeah, that's right.
That's a scholar right
Fire. Fire. Thank you, Falcon. I appreciate it. And you guys, we're going to go ahead and keep going. I want to make sure I can keep with my time and everything. So I'm going to limit it to just one question instead of the many questions because I have so many questions for y'all. But a comment that I saw on Facebook, I just kind of wanted to talk about it. Not sure if any of you guys are familiar with Minister Stretch Sanders. Are y'all?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so I know he's a true advocate and community leader here in Vegas, and he's been on the show before. But he said something that was really interesting, and I want to get your opinions on it. So he said some people who are 55 and up are literally going to be the death of certain organizations, including the church. They are so stuck on doing things one way that they are losing the youth and younger generations. Any organization with no youth or younger leadership is a dead organization. He said he's all for traditions, but we have to be willing to also shift certain traditions so they fit the times. He said if your phone doesn't have an update, it runs slow. Well, that's how organizations are. When you have to run when you're running your organizations the same way. He said you have to be willing to update it and align it with the times. He said we need our elders, but we need y'all to listen and be willing to also be coached. So my question is, what do y'all think that's true in this statement, or if you think the statement is true? And should the young people coming up just sit back and shut up and mind our elders? Should we just
No, they
well,
should
not we, 'cause
not.
I'm not young, but
They should stand
Okay.
up and speak.
You think so?
And I think we need to listen.
Okay.
I'm a big advocate for adults listening to children, listening to youth, because I feel like they have so much wisdom that we all have the wisdom as we're young, and as we grow up, we get into living, into life, into whatever it is we get into, and we can lose that wisdom. And children are precious and wonderful, and they need a podium and a platform. It doesn't even mean that we're going to agree with them, but we have to listen to them and we have to hear what they have to say. And a lot of older folks definitely can get in the way of that because they were stuck in our mindset, stuck in a certain way. This how it's always been. This how we got to do it. And where has that gotten us, mother suckers? Where has that gotten us?
And I'm a veggie back off of what the minister was saying, but I'm gonna add this to it. This piece is this: if we didn't train the young people in a certain way, it's difficult. Now, this is for those organizations who haven't trained up their leadership.
Okay.
Now, if you don't train up the youth in a way that they can be heard,
That's true.
because it is kind of difficult to, you can't just listen to everything everybody is saying, youth or elder for that matter. If they're not trained to take their role in that position, then that's what's happening. And yes, the communities are dying via that very same reason. Instead of giving our children to somebody else to teach what they want them to learn, we should be training them up for that ultimate transition. So I agree with the minister.
That's
And I agree with what MVP is saying, but again, it's got to be with purpose.
Yes.
DK, you got something? Anything?
Yeah, no, I agree. And listening with purpose is how everything has gotten done throughout history. And I feel like a lot of times getting stuck in tradition, sometimes we can get stuck in a rut. And which when you only are looking at things from just your point of view, you're blinding yourself to the other possibilities. Okay. It's not saying that what you are doing or have done hasn't been working, but if it can be working better or more optimal, or it can reach a certain audience better, like why would you not want to try and pursue that and try and help as many people as you can? As an educator, I've sat down with my students and asked, like, how do y'all feel about the class? Like, what needs to improve? Do y'all like this? Do y'all like that? And I try to foster an environment that makes them feel safe enough to be honest. And in being honest, they gave me some honest feedback, and some of it, I'm not gonna lie, hurt a little bit. But in the long run, it helps me make the classroom better for them, so they can really intake this information, and like to go off of what Falcon said, like to help me better train them up so they can lead the next generation. So I don't want to just stop here. I feel like each generation should want the next generation to be better. Like, why would we want to stop at the wall? Why would we? This is what we know. This is where we've been. Okay, that's great. Let's push beyond that. Okay. Let's continue to stack and grow.
Yeah, and don't argue for the limitations. A lot of times the mindset is one way and you don't want to grow from it, or there's an excuse why we can't do this because of that. We can't do this because of that. But I feel like a lot of times that argues the limitations, because we can do whatever we with our minds.
Absolutely.
And so it sounds like both of you guys are saying this statement is absolutely true.
Shout out Minister Stretch Sanders.
Absolutely true. And that we just, as the older generation that we're becoming, that we need to do better. And because it might not be, and I'm going to be honest, it might not be possible for our 70s and 80s, baby boomers. They're just stuck and they're here and they're like, look.
And that's okay.
They're like, look, damn it, I'm about to be gone soon. I want y'all to know this right now, And so I think that it's up to the generation that's up under them, which is my generation, to go ahead and start teaching them, being open, listening to them, and then training them up to be able to speak their mind, and giving them some of the values that they're not getting in these schools that they're in. And that's truth. So I want to know who is up next. If you're just tuning in, we are having a discussion with renowned poets MVP Speaks, DK Gray, and the Falcon. And when we come back, a few words from MVP Speaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. MVP speaks.
MVP.
When they went to the service, he left and went to Italy, I believe. And then when they came back home, they had moved to California.
That's where Daddy learned a lot about church and serving people, and he would do youth retreats and stuff like that.
Quarter mile, turn right.
That's where he met the Bills. I don't remember when we even started the church, actually, but I know it was sometime back in the 90s, early 90s. On our way to Houston to interview my mom and my brother. What an awesome moment that this is going to be.
MVP Speaks.
Hey, hey, hey. It's the one and only MVP Speaks. This poem is called Fast Track. I got a one-track mind with my eyes on the playing field. And I'm running cross country with my speaking skills. Hurdles won't stop me. Shit, my legs been strong since 93. The only thing blocking was me. But there's no trophies or medals needed to justify. You can't pacify or simplify my grind. I've been said it's time. Finishing the race matters not the place. I go at my own pace. Many want to be the best in the industry. I'm just focused on being the best me so I can pass the baton to the next seed. Just leap, because you're bound to land on your feet eventually. It's all how you approach the line. Don't break. Crouch your start, cross your heart, and prepare to live. Survival of the fittest is what it is. You save numbers off your time, you declutter your mind. Everything you need, you have inside. Get out the way, never lie in your own flight phase. Be brave. Fight for what's right. Anchor yourself in positivity and watch the change take over your mind. It's possible. Just sleep and see with your eyes closed. Ready, set, go. Don't let electrolytes get you too hyped, causing a false start. Check your mark. You only got one life to live, so go for yours. I said you only live in this life right now. So put your head to the wind and go for yours. Let nothing stop you, no matter how many closed doors. Every no is just a little bit closer to your yes. Remember, this is your life. It's your destiny, so you got to do your best. Thank you.
Ooh. Thank you, MVP. I appreciate that. I love that. I am going to get into like the last topics before we bring up DK. And so I need to know, y'all want to talk about Diddy or Kanye?
Snap.
Which one we going for?
I mean, both are wild.
Wait,
so.
Who's the most recent one?
Diddy or Kanye?
What Kanye do?
I was like, right.
What
I thought
Kanye
Diddy
do
was
recently?
in the news.
I only know about Diddy.
Okay, so we talking about Diddy?
Yeah, let's
All
talk
right,
about it.
let's talk about it. All right. So my question is, Diddy and his legal woes that seem to have his family hemmed up as well. Why now? Like, why are we seeing this right now?
That's what I was
do we
wondering.
really think that it's Cassie's lawsuit, or is it something else bigger that we are missing? Because if he's been doing this for years, what do we miss?
All right, I'm gonna start.
I don't know.
Okay.
Who missed.
I'm gonna start because I know some people personally who were a part of Bad Boy from the beginning,
Okay.
Okay.
and he's always had a bad rep,
Okay.
and he's always seemed to send his artists and people into downward or dismal spiral.
Okay.
So I just think that, and I don't know because I'm not in there, but
Yeah.
from the people who I've heard and met, know personally, it's just been bad business.
Okay.
And things come to light.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, he has set a tone that, you know, in one way we can say it's good for the community. He made all this money and this, that, and the next thing. He puts a lot of people to work. But in that same vein, if you are doing just as much damage, how can we accept it?
Right.
You know, so your fate is your fate if that's what you're doing behind closed doors.
So MVP, why are people just now speaking up,
I
or have people spoken up and they were hushed?
Yeah, that could probably be too. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but I do know that it's not always what it seemed, and it's a reason. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I
don't
try
either.
to stay as far removed from
Yeah.
the celebrity gossip as
I do too.
possible. But when I hear about stuff like that, I just be like, oh, well, that's what's happening in that world. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's not my world.
It's not my world, and when I get up to the tippity top, it ain't gonna be like that. So yeah, it's unfortunate because I know a lot of people look up to the celebrities, but people, they have to learn not to get emotionally attached to what's going on. Like, why would that make you angry? Like, why are you mad? Like, that's his life he's got to deal with now. I mean, it's unfortunate the things that they're saying is happening, but at the same time, just keep my peace.
And I'm like you. And Bobby is the main person that's always like, Talitha, you're just doing too much, watching all this stuff. And I don't watch it typically, but every time I open my phone or anything, it's Diddy. I mean, it's it's all of that. And so that's the reason why I wanted to kind of talk about it, because we can't get away from it. It is everywhere. So DK, what are you thinking as far as his family? Like, allegedly his family is mixed up in this too, and they're saying that he possibly has been kind of grooming his sons to be able to help him with some of the things that they've been accusing him of.
I wasn't aware of that part.
Yeah, I just read that.
Yeah, that if that is true, because I'm not here to say he did or he
allegedly.
didn't. That would be damaging to this children.
Yeah.
Although they probably with grooming, you're not aware of what's going on. You're just going along. And for them, that's that regardless.
Yeah.
So for us, that's Diddy, that's Bad Boy Records, that's Mr. Take That. That's a whole new context to that now.
No Diddy.
That's
whole new context to that now.
Please don't. Please.
For them, that's just that, and that's probably all they see if this is true. So, it's not to say that they should or shouldn't be following in his footsteps. It's unfortunate if they do or have. That's just how parenting and the child relationship kind of works. As far as Diddy overall is concerned, I've been hearing stuff about Diddy for a while. I don't know what it was that specifically started everybody feeling the need to speak on it, but I heard a while ago when he was dangling Wale from from a balcony. So
Not Wale.
Oh,
Mr. Forlorn.
for everybody to splash.
Yeah. So,
And all I want to say though is just that I think that the people being upset is mainly because of some of the things that we've been hearing about our celebrities that we look up to now that were children when they first encountered Diddy, and now we're finding out some of the things that may have happened allegedly to them. And so I think that that's the sorry part, because if that did happen, now we're seeing this total human being, adult, that, you know, that has all these issues from way back when they were younger. And that's where that fentanyl and opioids and all that stuff comes in, because they're trying to drown out, you know, the noise and everything. But I have one last question for you guys, because I know we're getting over time, but I want to talk about what's going on Monday. So unless you have been living under a rock, there is a total eclipse up on us Monday, April 8th, where they say the sun will go black on April 8th for about 4 minutes. But as I talked about it on my show, That Ain't What I Heard segment last Sunday, I want to know, why are some cities calling for a national emergency? Why are some calling in the National Guard? Do you guys have any ideas of anything else that may be going on that the media is not telling us? Have y'all heard anything?
Yeah, I don't. I think people live in a lot of fear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of the unknown, and to me, that just sounds fearful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can get with that.
What y'all scared of?
Y'all ain't seen Twilight, man? New Moon brings out a whole new side.
We've been having eclipses forever,
centuries.
which is why I didn't know what they are. But again, as each generation comes up, they can feed you a little mysterious. It's a little mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you know? Yeah, we've been living here for
however long
years.
right.
Eclipses have been happening forever. This
it's like
is not
earthquakes.
something new. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so I just think it's just it's hoopla.
Okay.
I'm a werewolf. I get a new coat during the
Yes,
eclipse.
I can't wait to see you shine.
Just keep it moving then. So you guys, these three poets and many more will be at the Power of Poetry event happening in honor of National Poetry Month on Friday, April 12th, 2024 at the West Las Vegas Library Theater, 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The event is free and open to the public, but you have to get your tickets online now on Eventbrite, and they are almost sold out. So I just heard from Solid that they're almost sold out, you guys. They only got a few more tickets left, so go to Eventbrite/The Power of Poetry to get your tickets. And also, this Sunday, April 7th, our girl Solid Truth will be in the building at the Composers Room event, Late Night Whispers, as the featured poet.
Yes.
You can go to www.composersroom.com for more tickets. So what I want to know before DK comes up, how can we follow you? And do you have anything coming up we should know about besides the Power of Poetry? And Falcon, I'll start with you.
Okay, so the April 13th, I have a poetry event at the Multicultural Bookstore, Las Vegas, from 4 to 7. From 4 to 7, Multicultural Bookstore, Las Vegas. It's on the corner of Lake Mead and Revere. It's $10 entry, but it's open to adults as well as youth. And as a matter of fact, if you're under 18, it's free. So we want to make sure that our youth have a place to speak their truth and be amongst our adults who are, you know, bringing them live and positivity and healing, you know, messages. You know, so that's happening on April 13th. And then on April 18th, I am directing a play called 7 Shades of Black, which will be starring some of our poets here and more. So it's a free event at the Las Vegas Theater as well. It's a poetic play. And so in honor of Poetry History Month, you know, this is what we're doing. So I'll be directing a play that will be performed by some dynamic poets from
it's gonna be so
Las
much fun.
Vegas. And yes, 7 Shades of Black. Y'all check us out.
And how can we follow you?
You can follow me at DA_Falcon_Haru on Instagram.
Got it. MVP6, what you got?
Well, I got everything he said because I'm where he's at.
You're
I'm
part of
usually
that.
at,
Okay.
so we're there. Also, we're every Monday at Kev Love's Music Hall and events for Poetic Haze, Artist Showcase. It's open to all art forms, not just poetry. So poetry, music, comedy, and then I think that's it. You can find me on my radio show every Thursday on Hot 702.5 FM at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you can just find me on all social media platforms, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at MVP Speaks. You can even Google me and see what everybody's saying about me.
You know what? She's Googleable.
Hell yeah. Heaven yeah.
Heaven, yeah.
You can find me on all platforms at DK_GrayENT, TikTok, Instagram, all that. As far as anything upcoming, everything they say.
Everything they doing, you doing.
Yeah, basically, we all in this together.
Yes.
I do have another show on 420.
Hey, I like that.
Hey.
Hey.
It's on a place called the Colony, I believe. It's at 420, 7 p.m. So I'll pull if you guys want to pull up for that one. By all
Don't
means,
pull out.
Oh, never that.
I'm the one saying that.
We're not even gonna go there. Yes, yes.
The inside jokes.
So before we get out of here, one word, along with the topic tonight, words versus actions. What the world needs now is what?
Change.
What the world needs now.
Love.
What the world needs now.
Openness.
Got it. Okay, you guys, as we close the show out, we are looking for positive artists who would like to have a live feature performance to end our show every week. We just need music with some substance and positivity. If you're interested, you can email us at foodfortheshowpresents@gmail.com for more information, and you could be our next guest. Taking us out for the evening is none other than D.K. Gray.
Yay.
That's a nice
DK.
picture.
Yeah, you look good.
Effing Gray.
Oh,
Got to tell them about your hoodies.
yeah, you sure
You're
do.
right.
Ooh. Tell me about your
I
hoodie.
got merch. Go on my Instagram.
I don't know if they're not on you yet.
Oh, dang.
You're not on yet.
Oh,
But you
dang.
can say it. You could,
Yeah.
I got merch. Go on my Instagram. You can get one of these hoodies. I have a multitude. That's what the shush movement. The shh movement was earlier. Stay humble and hungry. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and I wholeheartedly agree. Which is why I'm so grateful and happy I have such a good village behind me. You see, a good village will teach you everything you need to know. They will teach you how to take your first steps so you can walk past all the obstacles in your path. They will teach you how to fight. So the village bullies know if they ever feel the need to give their pride a workout, you will stand in place of Planet Fitness, your hands proof that this will not be an easy circuit. You see, a good village, they will teach you that in order to pursue your dreams, you have to be ruthless. Because we live in a country that wants you to feel rootless. They can't say the apple fell too far from the tree if that tree remains fruitless. You see, a good village will teach you everything you need to know. A good village will help you elevate, and above all else, that is exactly what y'all have done. I mean, look at me now. Who would have thought? Who would have thought about the treachery that y'all were cooking up behind the scenes? Look at me now. Full off of regrets and bad habits, I guess I just have to forgive you. I mean, you only cooked up what the village taught you. And I really wanted to move past this and work on my forgiveness, so I pulled out the scrapbook so I could reminisce, but as I flipped through these pages, I realized I am alone in most of these pictures. Maybe the voices of support that I've been praising for all of these years were voices of support I had been longing to hear. Voices I had to create myself since you would refuse to help. And if I ever brought it to your attention, you would love, and I mean love, to say that the neglect was a lesson. That mistreatment was guidance. You love telling friends and family, you raised me like that. You raised me like this. You raised me to be a soldier. You raised me to be independent. You raised me to be resilient. Well, let's be clear. You didn't raise me. You molded me. You beat me into submission. You treated the idea of conformity like an amendment to the Constitution, then came back and treated me like I was lawless. You carved me into what you said. Into what you said would be your greatest masterpiece, but all you did was cut out the parts of me that I actually needed, parts like self-confidence, which is why I no longer feel needed. All I need now is an explanation. Because I never needed to be resilient until you removed all of my options. I never needed to be a soldier I never needed to be a soldier if my talents are best suited to be a medic. I never needed to be independent until you removed everyone that I love from my life. Are you proud now? What happens when the water that drips from my frozen heart starts to mix with the tears of joy and disappointment, and together they swirl and make a puddle that learns how to be as still and unmoving as you are? You know, they say it takes a village to raise a child. So I had to become my own village. They say it takes a village to raise a child, with a child who is not embraced by the village returns to it, fire in hand, and will burn that motherfucker to the ground with the hopes of feeling some warmth. And I was raised to be ruthless. I was raised to be cold-hearted. I think it's time I warmed up now. Thank you.
Dope. Thank you guys so much for being here. I had a whole lot of fun. Make sure to tune in every Friday at 7:30 p.m. on our YouTube station or FB page, Food for the Soul Media Group, and make sure to subscribe to the station. Join us next week as we host the red carpet at the Power of Poetry event. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms. I am Talitha Cumi and Food for the Soul Media Group, and follow me at follow me at IAM_Talitha_Cumi. Follow Solid at Solid Truth LV and at Follow the Fro, and follow K at K2 Unique. And also you want to follow Big Bobby B at Orlay_Worldwide. Our show tonight has been sponsored in part by the Orlay Collective, Big Bobby B Beats, Eccentric Soul Films, Solid Truth LLC, and K Griffiths LLC, Legal Shield with Terry Harrison, and Blink Show TV, and the Las Vegas Black Music Awards coming soon. Thank you guys again. I will see you guys later.
Thank you.
Thank you.